All right, guys, here we are to talk about Season 3, Episode 12 of The Twilight Zone.
What's up?
So this is a very forgettable episode for me because I have forgotten what happens. Give me some info on what happened in this episode.
What usually happens is he says, I need 3 words on this, just to like pull you into like the same thing. And I didn't think about what those 3 words would be this time because I figured you wouldn't ask me. I would say, curse, lion, something.
Oh, yeah. So this episode's very forgettable because it's not very good.
It's not very good.
I'll change my previous statement. I remember
adjust
this now.
my...
I want to preface this with I watched it yesterday, and not early, at like 7 p.m., and it is early in the morning the next day, and I can't recall what happened. That's how forgettable this episode was.
I take notes about everything, and I think I remember this one because I was so upset about this one.
Now, it strikes me as odd because this man and potentially his wife are cursed now. She believes in like the curse, so she has all these like preventative measures. So presumably she will live, or she's already dead because he came home and there was like a wig on the ground. I don't know.
I don't know. I hate when this happens. I don't want to cut you off or like derail you, but in certain things that are episodic like this, there are characters that have a point to them, and then you just don't see them again, even if the main character goes back to where they should be.
Yes.
It's just like, wait, that she's done. And I'm like, what?
It looked like when they cut to the line in the bedroom, there was like a wig on the ground, and I'm like, did she wear a wig, or was that her head? Like, is she dead? What am I supposed to interpret there? Regardless, the main character was given a bunch of charms to fend off these things because his company had been doing some dealings in Africa, and a witch doctor did not particularly like this, and he cursed them.
The locals have a witch doctor contingent that cursed all these developers. When the men started drilling, they said the land was bleeding. We're wounding the land.
Did they curse like everybody? Because only the people at the top even matter.
He literally says at one point something. The word was like anyone connected to the deal, contingent upon the deal being signed. It was some weird, stupid thing that ended up not mattering at all.
But the people that are contingent upon the deal being signed is a very broad term because
I think
that could be the people that were in the room.
I think
that could be the people that sent you there.
I think the curse kicks in once you finalize the deal. Was what that meant.
Gotcha. I would have liked seeing anybody else freak out. Like.
Yeah.
Something, and I understand that there's a budget and there's a time limit. You can't really show much of that stuff.
I know
the curse seemed so bland, like so broad. Like, did it invent that homeless man, or did it take him away?
Yeah,
like what was that?
And how is it dialing phones and making phones or something? I don't know what's going on. How is it killing cab drivers or knocking out cab drivers? Like, what is it doing?
That's my issue. Is I hate
no sense.
I hate ghosts and curses in things when they just like, it's like, well, if it just wants you dead, why are you not dead? If it has all the power in the world, if in like the Final Destination thing where it can pull the shower tube to choke you to death, if it doesn't actually have to rely on a curse,
right?
What is the point here? Because
it just summoned the lion. Why not just have your house fold in half and squash you like that day? Right?
Presumably, this thing can make everyone like. Is he in a different dimension where no one else is for a second? Because there's nobody else in New York City. And even for the time, that's strange.
Yeah.
So if it has the ability to pull him away, why can't it just zap a lion right to him? Is it trying to torture him? Because I guess it's working. But why does a curse care if you're tortured before you die?
So they say a long and painful death, which he presumably doesn't get through this or whatever.
But that's not a long and painful death. That's an annoying lead up to a quick death.
I'm aware. What I'm saying is I would have liked it if he like wakes up and then like doctors are like, he's been in a coma for like 3 days. What's happening? He seems like he's in pain. He's like oh no, and he's like stuck in this like horrible death or whatever. And he keeps dreaming about panicking and being afraid and running and like not getting away and getting eaten by animals or whatever. Yeah, that would be neat.
I would like that.
And that would be free. You wouldn't need to do much. You already have a doctor set from a different episode of the Twilight Zone.
I did like the set though. The New York set was cool.
Yes.
I would like more things like that, but I would like to use them wisely.
Good things, yes. This was like I have this phrase stuck in my head from all the stuff that we watched. I'm like, this is unusually good. So like we watch a lot of Twilight Zones where again like all the shots are mediums, wides, or normal shots, and it's just straight shit, and it's like a play, and nothing's really happening here. Here we got a shot from like inside of the phone booth with the phone like dangling and like low, and you just like saw the guy looking back at the phone booth. and the thing like inside the car and like the wide shots of like the city with no one there. It was like eyes wide shut. He's like running through all these open things or whatever.
But it did open like I Love Lucy in that apartment
or whatever. It did, and like, but that's how most most episodes like stay.
So it was cool to break outside of the box.
Yeah, and it was weird because I'm like, wait, what happened? Like, did someone else direct this, or did someone else shoot this episode? Because
the PA took over for a minute, and he was absolutely brilliant.
No, like so many have been so like flat would be my word, and this had some like, and that's why it's so much. It's like so much worse because I'm only saying this to purge it from my mind because I have to forget about it forever now because this episode ends so poorly that I don't care about this at all. I'm like, oh no.
Well, they blew a lot of budget on having a lion,
I guess, that runs at the camera and he dies off camera.
Well, how else are they going to do it? Because
gritty realism.
They're not even roaring in real life. They just add that in post. But there's a lot that could have been done to add to this episode. I think it would have been more interesting if like there was a witch doctor that kept appearing or something. Like when the drums happened, like something was off, like in the corner popping up, and you kept seeing like the brief glimpse of something. Yeah. I'm being chased. I would have liked him to die by a spear or something rather than a lion. And I know that they set up for a lion, but it didn't add anything to the story.
I figured that as the story takes shape, something else good. I liked his speech to like the executives. Like,
about luck.
You have a rabbit's foot, don't you? Well, hey now, it's not that. Oh, and he's going at the whole thing and the dialogue.
That was actually a really great monologue.
It was crisp and it like moved. I'm like, this is this is neat. So I wanted something like that. I wanted him to like say he believes or like try to go back and like stop them from signing the thing, and they go he's crazy or like whatever, and then everyone dies or something to happen there.
There's not a lesson learned. Like I like a twist in like my plots of the Twilight Zone where like something really comes full circle on you and this and that. But this was like a telegraphed move from the beginning, where you even knew it would be a lion because he had a lion's tooth that prevents you from getting eaten by lions, and he left that at the bar.
Well, and he's not going to die in a way like, okay, the goal here is to have him die in a way that's like ambiguous. It's like, what's that movie, Devil's Advocate or something, where like you don't know if it's the curse or the paranormal. Like he runs out into traffic and gets hit by a thing,
by a bus, and it's a Greyhound, and it's like we knew the wild would come for him, like something like that. Well, he's like, or a Jaguar car, or like something hits him.
Yes, or a Mustang. I can keep going.
But that would have been great to me. It would have been because that would have been the twist. Okay, he started to believe in the curse, and his paranoia gets him to run into the street and gets killed.
Sure,
and it just happens to be an animal that killed him, in quotes.
Right.
That's a better episode, and it's a lot cheaper than getting a lion.
But you want him to go nuts and have the nuts kill him in a way where you're like, was there even ever a curse, or did this guy just go crazy?
Yeah.
Right? Or you want him to like believe in the curse and then try to convince others and have other people. I know you either didn't see or didn't like Thinner or something like that.
I've seen Thinner.
But in Thinner, there's like several cursed people, and like one of the things the guy you're following does is to go visit someone else who's cursed, but like further along in their curse, and they have a horrible thing. Or that episode of the Twilight Zone we watch where guys are like disappearing. But,
that's a great episode.
But we keep mentioning it because it's so good. But like you follow like the middle guy. So like you get to do this whole awesome thing with the whole thing here. Here, like they have this talks to his wife, talks to everybody, talks to his friend, everyone else disappears, he runs around, and then there's a lion for some reason. So he's going to be in his apartment mauled by a lion, and all of his business buddies are going to be like, that's weird. Like, does the lion disappear?
That's the walk away.
Is the lion still there? That doesn't make any sense. Yes.
Because it just blinks into existence. That says blink out.
Well, it was just in his bedroom. You don't see it blinking.
But did it travel here from Africa?
It escaped from the zoo. I've like there's no explanation.
Also,
for why
would have been a fine
there.
Twist if he would have been attacked on the street and it would have been like and the cars.
When he was in the park, I thought maybe the park has animals and he's gonna freak out and like accidentally fall into like an enclosure or something like that. Some crazy.
At the Central Park Zoo.
Some like or some traveling circus has an elephant and some dumb thing or something like that. But they did nothing. They just did a line in his bedroom. I'm so angry.
Yeah, no, it definitely could have been better.
So put this one back in the vault, lock it shut, thumbs down, no thank you.
Those are our thoughts on this episode of Twilight Zone. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.